What's going on, everybody? Stephanie, and welcome back to Not Just NEMT. So, I got a couple of questions on Stephanie. What do you mean, not just NEMT? It means just that, not just NEMT. So, even though my business is non-emergency medical transportation, my goal is to help other business owners throw the box away. So when you think about non-emergency transportation, you really think about, taking people back and forth to the doctor. But I'm saying throw the box away and let's think about other things that you could do as a transportation provider of people. You can do other stuff. So we're going to talk about not just NEMT. And so I'm coming fresh off of my business challenges. My first business challenge was last Sunday, and we talked about starting your business. So you can't start your NEMT business without having a strong foundation of your business, period. Right? So what I was talking about today is some of the stuff I talked about last week during my business challenge. It was a $10 business challenge. If you want to start your business and you didn't know what to do, this $10 business challenge was great. It was phenomenal. I talked about foundation. So today we're going to talk about foundation. And without a strong foundation, guess what? It's going to fall, it's going to crumble, it ain't going to work. So, what does that mean when you say strong foundation? Well, first of all, it works. Start with that mindset. And as a business owner, if you, because this is tough, listen, being a business owner, I'm a full time entrepreneur, full time business owner. I only work for my business. That's it. And so, if you, this is not made for everybody and is not made for the faint at heart. So if you have a problem or trouble with people telling you no, if you have a problem with people saying they don't want what you provide, whether it's a service or a product, then this may not be for you. But it's all about your mentality. And see the t-shirt? Entrepreneur mentality. It's all about that mindset. And just because you have a great idea does not mean that people want to buy it. So, how do you know that people want to buy your product? You got or service, but you got to think about: Am I solving a problem? Am I solving a problem? If you spend enough time on social media, if you spend enough time in the comments like I do, then when somebody posts something, especially in some of the business um, Facebook groups, you gonna find a ton of daggone problems, right? That doesn't mean that it's for a business, but your business has to solve a problem. It has to solve a problem. Period. There's no getting around that. So that's part of your mindset. So once you done got the problem that you solving, or you confirming that the business that you're starting is solving a problem, whether you're making custom products, whether you fashion, whether you're in healthcare, transportation, whatever field or industry you're in, guess what? You got to be solving a problem. I don't care what. I don't care. Ain't no getting around solving a problem. Okay, so now let's figure out that name. What you gonna name your business? The name of my business is S&S Carrier and Transportation. It tells you exactly what we do. We're a carrier service and we transport people. If you have a broader business, then you may, some people have a name as their business, but you want to choose a name for your business and you want to register that business with your state. That's the only way you can legit business. If you register your business with your state. So you got to register your business with your state. You got to get your EIN number, which is free. And a lot of this stuff you can do yourself. You can pay somebody if you want to, but a lot of stuff you can do really, really do yourself. The challenge that I did last week is on my website. So if you're not sure what to do, if you need some step by step, I do have the tutorial on my website at www.stunninglystephanie.com, and you can get the replay from the challenge. But a lot of stuff you can do yourself, like register your business, getting your EIN number, getting your bank account set up. There's a ton of places where you can go: Wells Fargo, Navy Federal, Bank of America, Truist. Like, it's a lot of places where you can go to open a business bank account. You cannot have a business without having a business bank account. You cannot have a business if you are depositing business funds into your personal account, because guess what that called? The IRS gonna get you. That is called commingling of your funds. There's no commingling. Personal business. Okay? You can do that. Business website. A website you can get. I have Wix. I love Wix because Wix does so many things. You also have Square. You got GoDaddy. You got all. You got a couple of places. Taylor Brands. You can even go to Canva. I teach Canva classes, and I tell people all the time, like, you can get a website through Canva. Canva has even upgraded to where you can get a domain through Canva. Canva is the best, y'all. So there's no reason why you can't get a website. If you don't know how to do it, hire somebody. If you can afford to, hire somebody to set your website up. But you want to be able to accept payments, whatever website. If you get Square, GoDaddy, Wix, Taylor Brands, even Canva. If you get any kind of website, you want to make sure that you can set payments. Credit card. On my website, I accept credit card payments and PayPal. People like PayPal. I like PayPal. And so PayPal leads into the next thing, like how you going to accept payments. Square has a little thing you can get. I thought I had it up here, but I guess I don't. But they have a little square that you can get, and it's free for most businesses. So where you can take payments on site. PayPal offers where you can send people invoices, accept payments that way. I don't take cash out. I don't fool with Cash App. I don't fool with Venmo. Listen, I want everything to go through my website. Be careful, y'all, with Cash App, Venmo, and Zelle, and all of them. Be careful. That's all I can say. I like to funnel everything through my website, and I'm not saying that's for everybody. I'm just saying that's what I do, and that is what has worked for me successfully, is my website, and I have Wix. I love Wix, y'all. So the biggest thing I feel like people struggle with is, I won't say the biggest. One of the biggest things I think people struggle with when they are a business owner is email. What you should not be doing. I'm not gonna hit the table, but this is what you shouldn't be doing: is having a Gmail and a Yahoo. You need to have a professional email. Now, there's gonna be people that's probably gonna argue this point, but to have a Gmail, to me as a business owner, says that you are not taking your business um, serious. Like Gmail. Now you can get Google Workspace, which will give you a professional email. My email address is tied to my website. So it says, for my transportation, it says contact us at SNS Carrier Transportation. For my one-on-one consultations, my ebooks, that is on my first website that I had, which is www.stunninglystephanie.com. Stunning Stephanie. And so, but my transportation website is contact us. It's no Gmail, it's no Yahoo, none of that. Stick with what's professional. When you get all of these things done, you getting there. You getting that foundation set up. The other thing is this address. I get a lot of people asking questions about address. And I'm not sure why. I guess I can kind of understand, because if if you stay on social media enough online, people will say get a virtual email address. And I'm gonna say, as a business owner, when I first started, I did have a virtual address. I had a UPS address, and what I liked about UPS is it gave me a street and a suite, or a street and number, whatever. So it was a physical versus, PO box or whatever. So I like UPS for that. Where it got tangled is when I started my government contractor journey, and I registered my business for Sam's and things like that, and they did not accept a virtual address. So what I had to do was go back and change everything, everything from my Secretary of State to my EIN with the IRS, my banking. I changed everything to my physical home address. Now, some people say don't do that, which probably, I guess, but I I I didn't have a brick and mortar, and Sam's said I needed a address that's not a virtual address. So I say all that to say, y'all, is that a lot of times we think about where we see our business right now, when things may change and you may have to pivot. And I pivoted to government contracting. And so I had to use a physical address. So you got to be careful when you choose your address. I'm not saying don't use virtual, use home, don't use home. However, if you're trying to do other stuff, um, with the federal government, whether it's grants, and you have to get a register for a SAMS or do a SAMS registration. Virtual address is not acceptable. I'm just saying. That's all I got with addresses. But you can definitely say I'm gonna choose one, and then I'll go back and change at a later date. I'm sorry, I rolled my eye. Yesterday I was outside and I did take allergy medicine, so my eyes itching. Other thing, gotta have a logo. If you know somebody that draw, or if you know somebody that you can pay to do your logo, you need a logo for your business. Some people just have their name written like this, like a cursive, real pretty. If not, you choose a logo for your business, and that's what you're gonna use. When you're marketing your business or when you're doing stuff, you put your logo on. The other thing I highly suggest for businesses is registering your business with Google, so people can leave you reviews. Even like now, when I do business challenges, or if I'm on, I've done one-on-ones. I ask people. I've gotten really good, or getting better, about asking people to leave me a review. You go to Google, you go to LinkedIn, you go to Facebook. Just leave me a Google, but leave me a review. But definitely register your business with Google is important. And so that's like the list of that strong foundation. So before you can get into your niche or your business of non-emergency transportation, we got to talk about not just NEMT, which means you got to get that foundation strong. You gotta have a strong foundation. And so some of the stuff that I just talked about, I'm gonna make this video pretty short, 15 minutes, is covering that foundation. Like when you're starting your business, you want to start off with a strong foundation. We haven't gotten into NEMT and what that looks like, even as far as like building business credit and stuff like that for your NEMT business. But you gotta start with that foundation. I would be crazy. I wouldn't even be right to start off and say, okay, these are things you need for your NEMT business, and I haven't told y'all what you need for your foundation. So that's what we talked about today. So my next YouTube video, we're gonna talk about NEMT, what that means, and why Stephanie says it's just non-emergency transportation. We're gonna throw the box away. Over on here, not just NEMT, you're gonna throw that box away and we're gonna get it going. Thank y'all. See you next time.